Okay, today we're taking a hike in the Sheepskin Hollow State Nature Preserve in Ohio. This is part of kind of the Beaver Creek uh, River area, and we're on a Clarkston Pancake Road, and we're going to start from here on near the top of the road here, and we're going to go see some supposed waterfalls, the Upper Sheepskin Waterfall and the Lower Sheepskin Waterfall. There's basically no trail. It's kind of just going across. This is a state nature preserve that doesn't have trail systems, so it's just kind of an off-trail hiking. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, we're into the trail a little bit here. Starting to go downhill towards the deep hollow. Apparently, is where there's a power line I see right over here. So we should be going somewhere over this way. But I have to keep an eye on my map. There's barely a trail here. There's a very faint trail, and I'm not sure it's really going in the right place. But it's going in the general direction, so I'm kind of following it now. It's hard to really mess up. You just come out here and go to the downhill section. I mean, that's where the creek's going to be. Just follow the creek down. That's where the waterfalls will be. And just like that, I lost the trail. And because it's very faint, and I just didn't pay attention completely for a little bit and then lost the trail. But I see the general direction I'm going. I'm going straight down this hill over here. This area is known for wildflowers, but I think we're a little early in the season to see wildflowers. So we're just going to have to go cross country here and watch our maps and make sure we don't miss the upper falls area. But I see a cleft right down here, and that's where we're heading. But here we've made it down to the Sheepskin little creek here, where the action is supposed to be happening in just a short time. We're a little too further up the creek. Oh, look at that! Oh, look at that! See that little green beetle there? Wow, that is so cool to see this time of the year. Brilliant green, emerald green little bug. So the idea is you just walk around here and you end up at the creeks. Oh, we got a little bunch of fish in here too. Little bunch of fish. Tiny fish in the little creek. But you can probably see that. Water strider. And it looks like there's some mink tracks here. Over here. And there's also other animals around here, including the mink. We also should have bobcat in this region. And I see a lot of tracks here coming down to the creek. I don't know what they are. I think they're just deer, but we'll see. And there it is, the great big waterfall. Now, that's just, we didn't get there yet. At least I hope not. This is not the upper falls, but it could be. We don't know yet. Oh, look at that. We've got a lot of things growing up here. Another little flowers here. You can figure out what those are. I don't know what they are myself. Not very good with plants. We've got quite a few growing here. Skunk cabbage. May apples are just poking up here and there. Oh, looks like we're going to have to cross this one. One small white trillium just bloomed, probably last night. Maybe there'll be more as we make our way down. Sheepskin Waterfalls. This is what it looks like. Not sure how we're going to get down here. It's like, whoa! Whoa! This is a little more extensive than I thought it was. It drops down like 5 feet here, and then it drops down, I don't know, 20 feet over there. And it's quite a drop. Yeah, I see a little trail over here, and we're going to try to go over here and then go back down. But yeah, I didn't know it was going to be this difficult to come down here, but it is. Wow, that's bigger than I thought it was. Okay, now it's a bit of a perilous drop here. If it was in muddy weather, it'd be very, very slippery. But we're going to have to come down this slip trail underneath that big tree there and make our way around. And there it is, the Upper Sheepskin Hollow Falls. That's probably about a 12 to 15 foot drop there into the water. And there you go. That's the upper one. Now we have the lower one to go to. So now we're going to head downstream and find the lower one. That was easy enough for that one. This is what we have to make our way down. Back and forth in the water, half in the water. And I see a Louisiana water thrush down here. I believe this is what it is. Yeah, this is some of the crazy stuff you have to do to get around here. You gotta go back and forth, finding a better path to go on. And making our way around. And to make it easier here, you probably just need some waterproof boots. Just so you could just kind of walk through the creek here. Because it makes it a lot easier than trying to jump back and forth and trying to be careful if you don't have waterproof boots. And it's probably better to walk in the creek as well, because you don't step on as many flowers in the plants that way. But I guess these hillsides in May are probably all loaded up with wildflowers, which would be a pretty neat thing to do if you're here. I've seen a lot of people's footprints here, so people do come back here and hike. It's something people do. As you can see, we were making our way down, and I found out that one of my boots has a little leak in it, apparently. I'm feeling water in my socks. So I'm going to try to avoid going in water from now on. It's actually a really good place if you like sounds of waterfalls and creeks. You can sit here and have a snack or lunch, and it'd be pretty relaxing. Very quiet in this valley, except for a few aircraft flyovers. Yeah, we always have to make our ways around places. Oh, crossing we do. This one's a little more dangerous. Might fall on this one. It's slippery. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose my balance. I fall right in the water. Oh, look at it, it's bouncy. The area is just loaded with these flowers ready to bloom here. Not sure what they are, but there sure is a lot of them all over the place. I'm trying not to step on it, but it's up everywhere basically. Okay, we're coming up on the lower Sheepskin Hollow waterfalls. And I think this one is a smaller one. Not sure if this is it or not. Oop. Another one of those Louisiana water thrushes here. And I don't know, got a blue jay that was killed here. Wow. Look at that, blue jay. All kinds of blue jay feathers here. Oh. We're going down a pretty good slide here. Good little ravine. There might be another waterfall up ahead. We'll see. Hey, I found the lower Sheepskin Hollow Falls, and it's a little more scenic falls, bigger drop, and almost like an overhang. But my God, is it hard to get down that way. These incredibly steep walls here. I don't know how I'm going to get down there. There's a little bit of a trail here, and I'm hoping there's a better way down, because right now there's no way to get down there other than a rope. And I don't have a rope. Yeah, it is incredibly slippery if you go down that way. But you can get a little peek of it there. We're going to get down there somehow. Okay, so I'm working my way down here in a very steep incline, very slippery leaf cover. And there's a couple little 1/4-inch little things here. One looks broken already. The other green one, I don't know, that one looks kind of broken too. I'm not likely that I'm going to be going down here relying on their little broken 1/4-inch twine. Okay, no way. So I'll make my way by myself without their twine. And we got some beautiful trilliums opening up here. There's more here in bloom. I can't really get anything. I got to be careful getting my way down here right now. Okay, now look, gone to about a 3/8 line here. That's broken on the end too. See that big slide zone here? I don't know if you could see it. Looks like that's where somebody slid down. Yeah, we're not doing that. We're going to rely on ourselves, and we're going to take deliberate, careful steps going to this beautiful waterfalls here. This is better than the other one. Everybody walks behind a waterfall, right? It'd be pretty cool here in the summer. All I got to do is keep from falling in. That's pretty cool. I've never been behind a waterfall quite like that. It's going to get a little wet here, so I'm going to rush it. Woo, a little wetter than I thought it would. Save the camera though. So now you saw both waterfalls at the Sheepskin Hollow Ohio Nature Preserve. Oh man, I just came like a week too early. All these flowers would have been blooming like crazy here. Look at that. This whole area is filled with trilliums. And these other flowers. Pretty neat. From here we're going to head down the creek, and we're going to go, we're going to cross a old railroad bed, and then we're going to see the north fork of the little Beaver Creek. A lot of nice waterfall, creeks and waterfall sounds here as we walk our through here. Probably the best time to come here is May and June. May is probably the peak wildflower area time. There's much more of a defined trail downhill from the lower falls. Apparently everybody's going from there from the railroad track trail. All right, now we've come up to the tunnel culvert under the railroad bridge. All we have to do is climb that little hill, and we're up on the old railroad bed. So this is the culvert under the railroad bridge, and that's the little north fork of the little Beaver coming here, and we're going to go in here and see how slight it is. It's not slippery, so that's a good thing. And it looks like it goes straight in here. Oh, what's that? And it's a little spooky, but man, once you see that, who cannot just go through here, right? Oh, look at that. What a beautiful view of the creek, too. Okay, climbed up that hill, a little out of breath. Steep hill. We're on the railroad grade now, old railroad grade. Oh, look at that. Fresh coyote scat. I didn't show it to you. You see that? But if you come this way, you can park down there at the base, and they have a little parking lot down there as a like canoe drop off. You can come down here, a beautiful trail. Then right before the culvert is the creek. There's a beautiful trail going down there. And you can go to see the lower one. That seems to be a popular thing to do here because the upper ones, people are a little too lazy to walk that far apparently. But maybe you won't be that person. Maybe you'll go to see the upper waterfalls as well. So from here on, I'm just gonna walk back towards the road and then back up the hill to where I was parked on the top. Should be an easy walk from here. Okay, we're back to the Clarkson Pancake Road. Now we just got to climb the big hill back to the parking lot. From the top, I have 1 3/4 mile, so it's probably 2 1/4 mile the total distance. It's not too bad. It's taken me 1 hour and 35 minutes so far. That's a lot of goofing around, taking pictures and whatnot. Only thing hard about it is the wetness around the, you need waterproof boots or so, and slippery. You gotta be careful about slipping. You do not want to slip back there, break your ankle or do something worse. So I'll spare you the rest here and see you at the trailhead. Okay, that's the end of the show. A little over 2.5 miles and almost 2 hours. With a lot of goofing around, taking pictures and whatnot. It was a nice little hike. Very quiet area. Except for a few airplanes coming into Pittsburgh. But it's a nice hike.